Good day, sir. Our topic is Study on Convention on Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, to Global Maritime Sectors. I'm Melu. I will presenting the introductions and maritime policy related to the topic assigned parts. So, next slide. So, this assignment aims to deepen our understanding of the International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, exploring its impact on maritime operations. It involves gathering, evaluating, and analyzing information on maritime policy, identifying challenges, and proposing recommendations for improvement, fostering a comprehensive understanding of maritime rules and regulations. Next slide. So, SOLAS is implemented by the International Maritime Organizations (IMO). Current version is SOLAS 1974, entered into force in 1980. SOLAS consists of articles outlining responsibility and enactments with 14 chapters. Chapter 1 is the guideline for ship inspections and issuing compliance document. It also deals with ship control in the ports of other contracting governments to ensure compliance. Chapter 2-1 is the compartment separations, stability, and safety for passenger and cargo ships. Chapter 2-2 is about fire safety provisions for all ships, including specific measures for different ship types. Chapter 3 describes the life-saving equipment and setup requirements, including lifeboat and life jackets. Chapter 4 obliges the Global Maritime Distress and Safety System (GMDSS) for international voyage. Chapter 5 is about shipping safety services, meteorological services, search and rescue. Chapter 6 discusses the safe storage of various goods, excluding bulk liquids and gases. Chapter 7 is the maritime rule of shipments of dangerous goods, including packaging, solid bulk, liquid, chemical, and gases. Chapter 8 contains rules for nuclear ships. Chapter 9 covers the management of safe ship operations. Chapter 10 outlines the safety procedures for high-speed craft. Chapter 11-1 and 11-2 are the special measures to improve maritime safety and security. Chapter 12 describes additional safety precautions for bulk carriers. Chapter 13 is verifications of compliance. Last chapter will be cover the safety precautions for ship operating in polar waters. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi sir, I'm Abe. I'll be presenting the critiques on SOLAS. So my part will be separated into two parts. The first one is strengths. So firstly, the strengths has been divided into three parts. The first strength is comprehensive global standard provided by SOLAS. So the first comprehensive standard means that SOLAS itself give global standard for shipbuilding, ship operation, ship equipment, and maintenance of the vessels. Then, with this comprehensive standard, there will be many regular amendments to the convention. So this SOLAS convention's mechanism is focused on adapting the rules and regulations to the emerging issues and also economical advancements, and also to maintain the relevance of the convention to the modern times. Then, with these amendments also come another strength point, which is the flexibility. So this flexibility makes it more easier to use this convention in the real maritime world, and also to ensure safety and security of the stakeholders involved in the maritime sector. So with that, for the next part, I will be focusing on the challenges, which is closely related to the implementation of SOLAS. So the first challenge is the different enforcement abilities of the nations, because different nations have different rules and regulations. So when it comes to the enforcement of SOLAS, they will face many challenges because they have varying effects among countries. So this will limit the effectiveness of the SOLAS convention itself, and also it will increase the accident and also other safety issues in different geographical regions. So the second one is lack of resources. So as mentioned before, different countries have different infrastructure and resources. So this resource limitation mostly in developing countries will hinder the implementation of safety guidelines, which is provided by the SOLAS convention. Then the third one is unethical practices. Unethical practices means like using the convenience flag states laws to avoid the safety standards mentioned by the SOLAS, so that this will also potentially undermine the maritime safety principles aligned by the SOLAS convention itself. Then the fourth one is accidents and mishap due to human error. No matter how much the SOLAS convention educate the people, there will be human factors which is causing accidents and safety issues in SOLAS. Then the last one is rapid technological advancement. Even though the SOLAS is updating regularly, it's very difficult to keep it up with the technological advancement, which also hinder the effectiveness of SOLAS laws and regulations. So that's all for my part. I will hand back to the next presenter. Thank you.
Okay. Good day to everyone. I'm Cindy. SOLAS is necessary to implement strict environment regulations such as prohibiting the discharge of any emissions from the vessels into the sea. For the emissions control measure, the emissions from ships always need to be taken into priority to ensure the conditions of air quality and reduce the environmental impact of maritime. The requirements for waste management need to be strengthened to minimize marine pollution from plastic, chemicals, and other hazardous material. This is because it can affect the marine ecosystem balance and extinctions of marine life. Some regulations related to ballast water management need to be enhanced to prevent the transfer of invasive species between different ecosystems, thus preserving marine biodiversity and ecosystem health. Next slide. SOLAS must encourage the adoption of green technology in the marine sector. This is due to the greenhouse gas emissions will cause the seawater temperature to increase and destroy the habitats of marine species such as fishes cannot adapt to the high temperature of seawater. Liquefied natural gas as a cleaner alternative to traditional marine fuel like heavy fuel oil because it can produce lower emissions of gas compared to conventional fuel. The integrations of wind assist technology need to be explored to harness wind energy and reduce fuel consumption because the technology can complement conventional propulsions and improve energy efficiency, particularly on large vessels. Solar panels need to be installed to harness solar energy for onboard power generations. Next, next slide. SOLAS ought to provide training and education program for maritime professionals on sustainable practices, environmental conservation, and SOLAS regulations. It is one of the most basic essential safety training for the maritime workers. The training program can help mariners become more knowledgeable about emergency response procedure in the sea. The training stands as fundamental and indispensable safety training for maritime workers, essentials for success and proficiency in shipping and maritime professions. SOLAS should involve safeguarding and maintaining ecosystem in oceans through training and education system to involve the mariners to protect marine resources. This is due to the issue of marine life that loss of species, degradation of habitat, and alterations in ecosystem dynamic result from the harmful human activity. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. I'm Kai. So now I will be continuing for the area of improvement. Firstly, standardizing enforcement practices with the primary focus to ensure consistent application of SOLAS regulations. SOLAS could entail developing protocols, bolstering the monitoring and inspection procedures, such as increase the inspection and adopt more advanced technology, alongside the capacity building and training activities, particularly in the developing areas. And also strengthening the collaborations and increasing the conversation among the stakeholders can help improve the coordination and also improve the information sharing and create mutual support in implementing the SOLAS regulation, thereby enhancing a global marine safety. Next, transparent reporting and accountability. So transport reporting system enables open the disclosure of compliance infraction and enforcement actions, fostering the confidence and collaboration among the stakeholders. It also allows the stakeholders to access the SOLAS compliant information, enable the discovery of patterns and frequent concerns, and also empowering the proactive steps to ensure the enforced safety requirement. Strong accountability mechanisms such as the penalty for the non-compliance ensure that the flag nations and shipping corporations are held responsible for adhering to the SOLAS standard. Lastly, addressing the emerged challenges is also crucial for maintaining the effectiveness of the SOLAS Convention. As the sector keeps evolving, new challenges keep arising. To successfully tackle these concerns, SOLAS should develop procedures for the regularly reviewing and adapting its policies, including organizing specialized working groups or task force made up of specialists to identify new hazards, assessing their potential consequence on the marine safety and also the development, and developing targeted remedies. Further, increasing the collaboration and information sharing across the marine stakeholder also help in recognizing new threats and managing coordinated responses. Thank you.
Thank you, Kai and Winnie. So, as a conclusion, the study on the Convention on the Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS emphasizes its critical role in shaping and protecting the global maritime industry. SOLAS has greatly improved sea safety, saved human life, and preserved marine ecosystem through the stringent standard, ongoing modification, and also the strong enforcement measure. Furthermore, SOLAS' adaptation to the new technology and developing challenges ensures its continued relevance in a rapidly changing maritime world. For the areas of improvement, standardizing enforcement processes, improving monitoring and inspection framework, and engaging in capacity building activity are all important steps towards guaranteeing consistent adherence to SOLAS law. Furthermore, transparent reporting and accountability are critical in creating trust, collaboration, and a culture of compliance among the stakeholders. SOLAS can continue to serve its purpose of saving life, conserving the environment, and maintaining the global maritime safety by adjusting the policy, encouraging the collaboration, and staying ahead of evolving hazards. While the suggestion for better improvement, this involves the implementation of stricter environmental standards and supporting the adoption of ecologically friendly technology, such as the LNG power vessel and wing-assisted propulsion system, in order to reduce the greenhouse gas emission and decrease the dependency on the fossil fuel. Furthermore, SOLAS' commitment to training and educational activity can ensure that their workers have the knowledge and skill required to follow the SOLAS standard and also encourage in the marine conservation. That's all from our presentation. Thank you.